Well, hello everybody and happy Thursday. How are you guys doing? I am exhausted. I'm so glad Friday's almost here because tomorrow is my last day of work until after Christmas. So I have a whole week off. I'm so excited and I can't wait to just play for a week and not have to worry about work or anything else. So I've got this card for you today, and it's a bookbinding fold, and it's a wreath that I did originally for a Christmas card last year. I did a similar one. It wasn't the exact same one. So I have a video on that one from about a year ago. But I really liked it, so I wanted to make one kind of similar that was all occasion. But you could make this for Christmas just by taking the blue out and doing more red and green or changing the colors up. So you can make it for whatever occasion you want. If you wanted to change the paper here to Christmas paper, that's an easy switch. So it's a super easy card, and I'm going to show you how to make it in just a second. Let me get my computer going. I'm not showing myself today because I'm still in my pajamas. So I've got to go take a shower and get ready for work. I've been baking and stuff all morning, and I made 2 batches of my crack Krispies that I gave you the recipe for in the last video. So I'm not sure if any of you guys tried it. Hey, Sharon. But it is wonderful. And it's hard to make it and not eat some. And then I had to make a batch of lemon bars because I've got a thing tomorrow with a bunch of my girlfriends, and we're doing a potluck lunch. So we have to bring gifts, and I am doing dessert. And I just have so much to do. And then I have to go to work today at 2:30. So I have a lot to do. So let's get started on this. We're using the Forever Fern stamp set, which is one of my favorites. Hey, Wanda. Hey, Donna. This is the stamp set. I haven't used it in a while, but it is one of my all-time favorites, too, because these leaves are so versatile. You can use them with any stamp set almost. And we're using the words from this one right here. But again, you can change it to Christmas just by putting a Christmas saying in here and changing that paper right there to something else. So super flexible and versatile. We're also using the layering circles framelits, and I'm using this one out of here, and then I cheated and used my 1.5 inch punch for the white circle right here. There is a circle in here almost exactly 1.5 inches, but it's so much easier just to sit and punch them all out, so I did that. But I did punch these out with the Old Olive. So this one is from that one right there, and it's 1 3/4 of the scalloped circles. So that's all in the layering circles. And what I did with this to make this mask, I used my handy dandy post-it notes that are super duper sticky, and the link to these post-it notes is on my YouTube channel in the description box. I have a section in my description box on YouTube that says Amazon favorite items or something, or Lisa's favorite Amazon items, I can't remember. And it's got a lot of things that I use in the videos that Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry, like these post-it notes. So these are super sticky. The whole entire thing is sticky. And what I did was I punched 2 at a time, because if you try to punch one thin sheet of paper, it doesn't work very good with a punch. Or you could use the die for this too. So I did this in my class yesterday and the day before. All right, so we've got that. So this is actually 2 together. So I'm going to just peel that apart. And the whole entire thing is stuck together, which is great. These are perfect for masking. So let me show you what you need. We've got Night of Navy, 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it at 5 1/2 and 4 1/4. So that's in half, and then this is going to fold back. So you need those 2 score lines. And then we've got a piece of Old Olive, 4 by 4. That's going to go on the front. And then a piece of 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 white. And then this piece of white looks almost exactly the same, but it's 4 by 4. This one is for the inside of the card. Then we've got this little piece of designer paper, 1 by 4. That's from Expressions in Ink in the catalog, the big catalog. The Old Olive circle, and then a scrap of white. And that's pretty much it. And then 2 pieces of ribbon. So this is the white seam binding ribbon. I'm not exactly sure how long this is. It looks about maybe 10 inches. 2 pieces of those to make our bow. So let's get started. Take a screenshot of that. I'll put the card in here. Let me see if I can scoot it over. So you can get the card in there too. Hopefully. I don't know if that all fits. I'll scoot it over a little bit. Hey, Donna. You love this stamp set. Me too. Hey, Kathy. All right, so let's take all these off. So here's where you need to be very careful. You want to put this on the smaller of the two white pieces. So the bigger white is for the inside of the card. This one is for the front. And you just kind of have to guesstimate it. If you want to, you could take a pencil mark and measure halfway down. But I just kind of guess it, turn it around. I can see it's a little bit crooked. But you just want it approximately in the center. That looks pretty good. All right, so we've got that one. And then let's just take all these off. Last night was a trip at work, I'm telling you. I think I told you guys we have somebody out from COVID. And so she was supposed to work with me last night, and then another girl was like training. So the one who was out didn't come in, obviously, because she doesn't have COVID. Her family has COVID, so she had to quarantine. So anyway, so I found out when I got to work that I was basically working by myself and a new girl who's training. I'm like, that's almost even worse, because then you have to try and train somebody while you're trying to check all the people in, which was crazy because we were really busy last night. So I was pretty much exhausted when I got home from work. So hopefully I won't be by myself tonight. All right, so got some scrap paper. We're going to start with the green. We've got Old Olive, and we've got the little fern-looking leaf. So we're going to ink that up, and I'm just going to do the four corners here. So I'm going to tilt it to the corner, and I want to make sure that my stem does not go off of that circle. So I've got it right inside that circle there, because you don't want it to go on the other side. And just do all four corners. Whenever you do a wreath card, you want to do it in four, either up and down, straight across, or diagonal. That's the best way to make sure that it's even. So now we've got four corners. And if you don't want the four corners, you can go up and down and straight across, and that will work the same. But that's pretty much, you can't really just like start and say, okay, I'm going to stamp here, 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 here. It's not going to work out. All right, next we're going to move to the blue, which is Misty Moonlight. You could use Night of Navy, but I thought that was just a little bit too dark, so I changed it to Misty Moonlight. I'm going to stamp my words on the little scrap. It is absolutely gorgeous here today. It's like 70 degrees and beautiful. Tomorrow is supposed to be the same. I think yesterday was the same. It was just absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I'm going to punch this out with my 1.5 punch. And if you don't have this punch, you can use the circle, layering circles. All right, so there's my circle. And then, oops, running out of space here. All right, so we're going to do these little blue ones next. I think this is eucalyptus, but I always call it blueberries because I always do it in blue. All right, so this one I'm going to do a little bit to the right of each fern that I did. So I'm just going to stamp it right next to it and go all the way around. So one right next to each one. And boom, there you go. So now we've got that done. And then also for the inside of the card, I want to do a couple of these. So just in the corner, I'm going to do that. And that looks so pretty. Love it. I love it. Gotta say it with the country accent. I don't know why I did that. All right, moving on to purple. We have Rich Razzleberry. Isn't this card quick? Let me see who's on here now. Hey, Marie. How's everybody doing today? Do you guys have nice weather like we do? It's absolutely beautiful. I want to go outside and play around in the sunshine, but I got to go to work. So I can't. Oh, and then also, it was nice yesterday, and I guess at work they have some kind of, I don't know, something with the air condition. So like once December gets here, the air condition won't come on anymore. So it was so hot at work yesterday, I thought I was going to pass out. We needed to turn the air condition on, but it wouldn't come on. The only thing that works is the heat now. which that used to happen when I was a teacher. We had the same issue. So if you have nice weather in the winter, you're going to roast. It's like they just shut it off, so it can't come on. I don't know. So I was about to pass out. All right, so now where we've got this blank spot right there, we're going to put this one and just go all the way around on each side. So it's totally symmetrical. And then you have a lot of ink left on here, so I'm not going to waste it. So I'm going to go back and just do some really light ones, like over on the other side of that blue one. So I just added a little bit more of the light in there. And if you want to put a little bit of these on here, you can do that too. I'm going to stamp off. So you can have some of those. If you don't want that, you don't have to have it. All right, so, oh, we forgot sprinkles. So we need sprinkles, and we're just going to tap off and very lightly just put some sprinkles around the edge. This pad, I don't know what happened to it, but it looks weird. Like it's, I don't know, like coming apart or something. For some reason, some of the red colored pads do that, and I don't know why. But I have a couple other ones, like Cherry Cobbler does that too. All right, so now we're going to take off our little mask. And you could actually stamp the words right in there like that. But what I'm going to do, and I forgot to bring my sponging thing, my stamping brush, blending brush. So what I'm going to do, since I don't have that, and I don't have anything that I can sponge, I'm just going to take it and kind of go like this on the ink pad. I don't know if you can see that. Just kind of do the edges. And it gives it a little bit more than I want, but that's okay. You got to do what you got to do when you forget your stuff. I was sharing this color with 2 boxes yesterday in my class. So we've got a little bit too much blue on there, but that's all right. If you have a blending brush or sponge dauber, do that around the edge. Then we're going to put this one down on that. And I'm going to use some green glue. This time of the day is always so much more quiet because I think everybody's at work. Hey, Christina. Hey, Danette. Hey, Donna. How are y'all doing? All right, so there's our words. We're going to put this part together. So this piece goes on your edge. And this has that little peachy stuff on the back of it. Oops, got some glue. So I've been eating for breakfast. I had crack candy, my white chocolate peanut butter Crispies things that are so good. Everybody at work's been asking me, when are you bringing your crack candy to work? I'm like, soon, because tomorrow's my last day. Not my last day permanently, although I kind of wish it was, so I could stay home and stamp all day. But I get a whole week off. I'm so excited. All right, and then we're going to put this one that we did here on the inside. Anybody have any exciting plans for Christmas? This is the first year I will be just doing nothing. I'll stay home. I usually go to my sister's house in the Outer Banks, but they sold their house, at their beach house in the Outer Banks, and I was devastated because that was my vacation twice a year. And now they built a house in Boone, North Carolina, up in the mountains. And it's like 6 hours away, whereas the Outer Banks was only an hour and a half away. And I just don't want to drive that far by myself. So I'm going to stay home. I have so much to do. I'm so far behind in everything. So I'm going to organize my stamp room and my garage and do all sorts of stuff. All right, so this one goes right on the front here. And then this one I'm going to put on with some dimensionals. Oh, thanks, Christina. It's gorgeous in Wilmington. I know, it's just absolutely beautiful. I can't get over how nice it is here. 70 degrees in the middle of December. I just hope it lasts through the weekend because I'll be off to enjoy it. So we're going to put that right in the middle, the friends. Then we're going to tie our bow. And we're going to have to put some Wink of Stella on here because it needs some glitter, some sparkle. I was cracking my girls up yesterday in class because I think I mentioned it on the last video in my class the other day. One of the girls said when we were hitting Stella You know how I take it and I hit it to get it to come out. And she's like, wow, Stella's really been a bad girl. She gets a spanking. And so yesterday, every time we went to use the wink of Stella, we're like, okay, it's time to spank Stella. When somebody said, you better watch out, they're going to censor you on YouTube for saying that. I'm like, well, it's just a pen. It's not a person. But I thought it was funny. All right, so my bow is challenging me today. All right, so that's pretty good. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. All right. Everybody was talking about my other bows. I really love my other bows that I've been doing with the tweezers. They just look so cute. I'm like so excited that I figured out how to make them. All right, so here we go. I'm going to trim this up. And don't forget, if you tuned in late, this is a great Christmas card that you can make also. So all you have to do is change the words and change this piece of paper to Christmas paper, and there you go. So we're going to put this on with a glue dot. Just stick it right on there and put it right at the bottom of your circle. And that looks so pretty, and it's a little bit long still, so let's cut this a little bit more. It doesn't hang off. All right. Oh, I had some Christmas cards to show today, and I forgot. I was running around crazy. All right, so let's add some Wink of Stella. So we're going to take this off. She's going to get a spanking. And, oh my gosh, look how beautiful. Can you see it? I know you probably can't because it's hard to see, but hopefully you can see it. There is sparkle all over. Maybe on the darker part you can see it a little bit, like right there. It's so pretty. Love it, love it, love it. Donna says, I'll be so happy when they get our house built so I can get my stamp stuff out of storage. I miss stamping. Oh, yeah, that would stink. Hey, Karen. How you doing? Christina says, beautiful. Gina says, pretty card. Love it, love it, love it. So this is super easy, and there you go. So this is a great card to do with a book binding because you want a square. Whenever you have a wreath, you want a square card. So the other one I did last year was similar, but it went this direction and had the wreath on the top with a piece at the bottom. So go back and check that one out. It was about exactly a year ago. All right, I hope you guys loved this video. I know it was a short one today, and I will be back Saturday, and hopefully Saturday I will have an amazing card for you. So I'm going to try. I've got a Christmas party Saturday around noonish I have to go to, so I'm going to get up early. Actually, you know what? I'm going to probably have to do my video at night, so I don't think I'll have time to do it in the morning. But I'll try and come up with something awesome for you. All right. Thank you guys so much. You all have a great day, and I will see you back on Saturday. Bye-bye.